Getting into our ace set. The ace set is a best of 3 within itself. These players are going to be playing to send their team to the grand final here for season number 13. It's going to be a ZVP. Both of these players, it is a diamond set. Both these players eventually hit Masters during the CTL season, so they are both at that level. Spawning here in the bottom left, they'll use a barcode in purple from LiT eSports. Our Protoss player, this is Intuition. And it's about it. In the bottom right of Ruins of Indion, in yellow from BornGo, our Zerg player, Gnarwhal. Okay. It wasn't an early gas, it was just I need to unsupply block gas. Pylon already down at below the natural or the main ramp here, so Intuition is going to be looking to expand and use this as a part of his wall off. This is a really big ramp here on Ruins of Indion. Difficult ramp for Protoss players to deal with, but is he actually going to be able to? Yes, he is. He's going to be able to deny this natural hatchery from Gnarwhal, at least for a bit. And immediately Gnarwhal throws down a gas, throws down a spawning pool. And is he going to be able to get down a hatchery at any point? Well, I mean, it's going to be quite a while. Jesus, he's going to throw down a second pylon even. Is this going to get canceled? Nope, doesn't even cancel it, so... I mean, there's rocks at this other base even, so this is going to be super annoying. It is 200 minerals, so it's quite a bit of an investment. Probe does go down, so it's not like this is going to be a cannon rush. I mean, it wasn't a cannon rush, but that's 200 minerals right now. I mean, the Intuition wants to throw down a Nexus, but he can't. He's got to wait a little while to be able to get that down. And Gnarwhal, I mean, he's got a spawning pool just about finished here, so he's going to be able to start taking out these pylons. So a pretty big investment there from Intuition to start off this game, but it should pay off eventually, so long as he doesn't lose anything to the lings that are eventually going to be coming across the map. And again, with this massive ramp here at the natural, that's going to be difficult for Intuition to actually wall off. He's going to need a militia cord. Actually, he's going to go after the rocks, the rock tower here. He doesn't even want to deal with it. He says, yeah, you can go deal with the two pylons, hopefully, first before you come across the map. And even a macro hatcher being thrown down by Gnarwhal here in the main base. So he may not... I'm curious if he'll even go for this third pylon just yet, if he was going to want to go across the map. He sees the Zealot is whacking away at the rocks here. Not sure if he thinks he can get across, or he's just going to go forward with the pylon itself. He's not going to bother going across the map and trying to deal with the fact that, well, Intuition has a Zealot. That's all he has right now. Still no natural hatchery here just yet. Not even could have possibly been, a speed drop overlord to respond to this. Some roaches maybe even, but Gnarwhal is content to, well, he's not expanded yet. He's still sitting on a single base. He does have that extra hatchery, which is nice. He's not going to be able to do too much with it beyond a bunch of lings right now. He doesn't have anything else made. Okay, he's going to go for a roachborn here. Maybe even possibly a Nidus, but nothing is really in position to do that. There's a Stargate coming here for Intuition, so if it were going to be a Nidus play, he will be able to scout out any overlords, take those out, and it's going to end up just have to be a frontal attack from Gnarwhal. Still no actual expansion here from our Zerg player. Is he going to try to go through the back? I think he's going to have to try to go through this back location here, which there is no vision right now from Intuition, but actually a Void Ray on the way here, so maybe realizing the fact that, hey, my opponent can't really do much besides go for ground units right now, and Void Rays are going to do decently. It's not like he's going for an Oracle, which is going to run out of energy pretty quickly against this many lings, this many roaches, or going for a Phoenix, which will be pretty much useless against what Gnarwhal has right now. Mothership Core is out as well here for our Protoss player. He does know there is at least one Overlord over here. I'm not sure if he's going to show his Void Ray immediately and go for that. Or is he going to go across the... Oh god, he's going to run directly into this. This Void Division knows this is coming down. He's already sent a Voider over there and he's starting working away at these lings. So Gnarwhal, before he even gets across the map, is going to start losing a bunch of units. And again, there's no actual natural made right now. He just had the money to go throw one down. Is he going to send his queens across the map as well? So this is full on all in. There's a bunch of Ravagers here now, so Intuition has to be careful with these units. The Void Ray is going to go... Oh god, it stayed alive somehow. Somehow stayed alive. It's got 8 kills already. One overcharge? Any overcharge? There's a couple of overcharges here. The Mothership Core is actually going to go down without any overcharges at all. So now it's just Void Rays. And I mean, Intuition had this pretty well defended, but just not paying attention to the fact that there's Ravagers on the map. He's going to move that again. So he is keeping things alive now. This could have been such an easy hold for him if he just paid attention to the fact that he needed to move for the Ravager shots. Ravager's still over here doing damage, but another secondary wall-off being created here by our Protoss player. He's going to be able to take out the Cyber Core there, so nothing but Zealots can come out, and still the Void Rays, which is nice. And he's losing a lot of probes. How many probes has he lost? He lost 8 probes, but he's still up by 14. And Gnarwhal is still just sitting units around the map right now. He's got a couple queens finally joining the fray now, which means he hasn't had any queens actually injecting, which is going to put an end to this pretty soon. Is there a Mothership Core remade yet? No Mothership Core made just yet. And yeah, Intuition's going to have to get out of this for now. He only has the 2 Voiders left over. He's got a third one coming, but with the 2 queens here and with the amount of transfuses they have, and again, no Mothership Core. If there was a Mothership Core, this would be such a different game right now, where there just isn't. As it stands, Gnarwhal is still just flooding units in, and Intuition is just letting units get picked off where he's warping these in right now. Another Mothership Core goes down, or another Cyber Core goes down. There's a couple of gateways here that are morphing in. He's up to 4 gates, I think, now. A couple of Zealots do get morphed in. Queen's still going to town. Do take out that. I think that was the last Void Ray, actually. So this is going to be a rough hold. If he's able to hold it all, these 2 queens are worth so much right now. They don't have the highest of DPS, but the transfuse there, the ability to get rid of the Void Rays. Actually, there's a Void Ray sitting over on the right side of the map right now for Intuition. He's losing most of his probes now, but he's starting to push this back. If he can kill off these queens, he'd be in such a great position, because then he had the Void Rays and can just do whatever they want. He does take out the high energy queen, and now there's just a single queen left over now. Gnarwhal did eventually take a natural here, and this game is kind of reset. It's kind of reset. Worker counts are relatively even, 28 to 23 now. I think one of the biggest things is the fact that, well, Gnarwhal didn't have queens, but he remade them, so now he has queens. He's got 2 queens already. He's actually making a Spore Collar to help deal with the fact that, hey, Voiders are a thing. And Gnarwhal, despite the fact that this should have been defended really, really easily, has made something work out of all of this. So he's going to check for extra bases. I'm not sure what he's doing. Thought I might go check for some extra bases, make sure he wasn't dealing with anything like that. But it looks like he wants to find another pathway into Intuition's side of the map here. A ton of Zealots here right now for Intuition. That's about it. He's got Twilight Council finally coming down, so he can go for charge. Can start getting some higher tech units out. A couple of Void Rays moving into the main base. Well, they're going to go for an Extractor right now. It's going to be about all they're going to get. They're probably going to walk out of here. Yeah. 3 queens up here in the main base. There's also some Spore Collars scattered around. The lair is finally on the way here for Gnarwhal. And again, this game is, we're 8.5 minutes in, but we're kind of almost back to the 3-minute mark with the way we're sitting right now. Spire on the way here for Gnarwhal, so he's going to be able to start dealing a little bit more efficiently with those Void Rays. Lings do try to pop in there, but that is a lot of Zealots. They have to get out of here. Phoenix, what did he see? He hasn't seen his Spire just yet, but it can be a bit of a natural reaction. And still, I mean, he's got the Stargate. He probably wants to use it for something. At the very least, he can get around and start killing things with the Phoenix, the Overlords. There aren't actually Overlords on the map right now, so can't really kill any Overlords if he wanted to. But at the very least, he does know what's coming his way. He's got Zealot Charge on the way. He's got the Twilight Council on the way as well for Storm. And with the amount of Lings that have been out, and the fact that Intuition has seen that, you know, Gnarwhal's still making Lings, going for Storm, going for Phoenix to deal with the probability of the fact that there's going to be a Spire. Not the worst of decisions. And now he confirms that there's going to be a Spire, so he may throw down another gate, or another Stargate even. He's going to start chronoing out on that Stargate at least. Knows that it's coming. He's going to make just Archons. He's going to make Archons here in the main base to help defend that, and probably start massing up as many Phoenixes as he possibly can. For a while, he's going to be a little bit on the back foot. Gnarwhal's starting to take a bit of a lead here. He's got a third hatchery right now. He's just so low on drones. He's been working so heavily for army units. He doesn't really have the drone count that you would expect to see with a Zerg with 3 hatcheries right now. Still 42 workers to 25 in favor of Intuition right now. It's absolutely massive lead. Just no third Nexus here for our Protoss player, and it's going to be kind of difficult for him to do so. Actually, he was blocked in. That's probably why he doesn't have a third Nexus. I think he was trying to send this probe out to go make a third Nexus, but was momentarily blocked in and used an overcharge and used his Zealots to take care of that. Second Stargate here on the way for Intuition. Not a surprise. He wants to start massing Phoenix if he's able to. Right now he only has one. He did lose one Phoenix earlier across the map, but getting that Phoenix, losing that Phoenix meant he scouted, legitimately scouted the fact that there's a Spire here. Where are the mutas at? Oh, they're back here. Going to be 8 mutas here in a bit. There's another Phoenix that, you know, it's kind of frightening considering that he knows his opponent has a Spire. Sending the Phoenix across the map where it could get sniped off. You Phoenix are good against mutas, but they're best when they're able to be masked up a little bit. And right now he only has, I think, 3 now have just finished. The third one just finished. And he does have these two Stargates, so he can start pumping this out a little bit more, but it is still a little bit difficult with the gas count that he has. Really, still sitting on these 2 Nexus, and I guess he doesn't want to go for a third Nexus. He's just going to start trying to push across the map. He's got 4 Archons, a ton of Zealots, and he's got these few Phoenix to help deal with those mutas that are in the air to keep his Zealot army, massive army force safe. Burrow is being researched right now from Gnarwhal, so he could possibly be trying to set up a bit of a Bane trap even to help deal with the amount of Zealots, because it's so many Zealots, and they do have charge as well. But I'm not sure exactly what Gnarwhal's going to be able to do against this army. It is pushing forward. The Baneleys do get pretty good connections, at least on the front lines, but there's still just so many units left over right now for our Protoss players. So many Archons, so many Zealots, and the mutas haven't even flown in yet, but now they're going to have to continue with a bunch of Phoenix and a bunch of Archons, and Gnarwhal is going to tap out GG, at least for game number 1 here. It is a best of 3, so we'll be getting into map number 2 here in a minute.